she's just a character, right? Or is she a spy? Is she haunted? Multiple personalities. Maybe an exceptional actress caught in a role she didn't audition for. But here's the twist. What if her game is actually yours? Every scene, every word, every glitch you ignore, that's all a clue. There are no coincidences, and nothing here is ever random. If you haven't figured it out yet, ask yourself why not. Start paying attention to what triggers you, because that might be the exact thing you've been missing. Welcome to the game.
Sometimes on the way where you're going, you might think this is the worst time of my life. But you know what? At the end of the road, through all the adversity, if you can get where you wanted to be, you remember whatever don't kill you make you stronger. And now the adversity was worth it.
Hello and welcome. So this is, Day 4. Day 4! Like, that's awesome. 4 days. You know, I couldn't have done something for 4 days before. That's the truth. I started this when I did that one of my associates, the ClickFunnels challenge I did, and we'll talk about that because I do think that's it's helped build this business. So we can get to that. However, I was on day 6 of that challenge, and that's it. I made it to day 6. I told myself I won, and then I was doing a whole different challenge. I just made up a new one. You got to stick it out because you want to do it for you, but it has to be the right thing for you. So if in the past you have started a challenge and you fell short of it, Jordan would always sing this long before I ever heard the song. It was cute. No, don't get me wrong, because we're just a group of addicts. My favorite addicts of you guys in here, though, I have to admit, is the workaholics and the gambling addicts. I fucking love you guys, right? Because you haven't got shit done, so it's gonna... Nah, I don't actually want you to get better. Or you didn't do something right, or you are remembering all of the past failures that you have had, and you're sitting here right now in doubt watching this video saying, I don't think I could do this, or I'm not sure, or you're really excited about it, but then you have these doubts or whatever else that is. Know that you are exactly like everyone else. Congratulations. However, you are special, and you have something inside you that you know is meant to come out. You know you are meant to live. You know you were put here on this earth to do something more. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching these videos. You wouldn't be. You wouldn't be wasting your time. And frankly, I wouldn't have wasted my time putting this all together if I didn't believe I could find more people like you. Back to the chicken and the egg. Except I ain't no chicken. You created a monster. You created a monster. You did. I am not the type of person myself who's going to create some stupid program that I think is full of crap. So our programs are what we call real, raw healing development, because we're real people and we're looking for real people who want to be leaders and know that deep down inside them they have the ability to be a leader. That's the type of people we're looking for, and we've actually boxed out all the people that don't think that way. Proudly. We will forgive those people. You did. It's a monster. A monster that's forever grateful. And would never hurt you. And is really tired of being hurt. So I'll play the game all day long. So I guess I don't have another choice. But that's the thing, I'm not pretending not to be mentally ill. So on one side, right, if I'm mentally ill, then why didn't I have any rights or support? And when I went to go get help, why was I further abused and then continuously still don't have support or my rights? So that's one side. So I'm really fucking haunted, making shit up, mentally ill, if I'm fucking believing that at that time I'm coming in as fucking Jesus. Well, this girl needs severe help. Oh, right, there's only abuse in Canada when she went for that, and then support to the abusers. One thing. Or, God forbid, if there's any slim chance that I'm telling the truth, that would be pretty scary for a lot of people who are real believers now, wouldn't it? Because what I would really be doing is scientifically resetting things, and that would be very scary for people. A lot of people don't think of death. But something does happen after you die, and that'll depend on how people lived. But again, if I'm just mentally ill, why haven't I got any help, and why don't I have any rights in this country? Why did they support abusers? Makes you think anyways. Can't teach anyone anything, but I can make them think. I'm successful there. Well, the truth is, quite frankly, the only fucking reason I'm really alive is because I'm Putin's daughter, because this Jim Carrey guy fucked up my life, right? That, like, he totally fucked it up. So the truth is, obviously, like, the plan, right? Like, I just might as well fucking tell you now, because it's all fucked anyways, right? And like, that's the only chance, because like the world domination plan was supposed to go underway, but then it got all fucked because with the new president and the whole relationship, Putin started to like him, and that got all fucked up, but I'll tell you about that in a second. Better than it was. I'm just getting impatient. That's a pretty look. I've been lonely my whole life. Memories are getting better. But in this life, everything I did was moving forward, but... Well, now, Chris, we can have a proper fight. Because we're not like them. And that's what they always say, if you're given a chance to do to them what they have done to you, would you do it? And the answer is no. Because that's not the type of people we are. And that's why you're in this training, is because that's not the type of team you want to build. So the importance of coaching and the importance of community and the importance of teamwork has everything to do with the ability to explore and grow and learn how to be your most authentic self. And I've had to do that myself too. And I couldn't do any of this training or truly say I was any type of coach. And then the hollering back and forth with the argument. It was hard. From who you know, what you make, and what kind of car you in. Seems as though you lost sight of what's important. It was very bad. I lived through a lot of abuse. Values is a disarray, prioritizing horribly. Unhappy with the riches because you piss poor. Never. Ignoring all prior advice. And I wouldn't hurt people or did anything, but I did hurt myself a lot in the process. I have to forgive myself for that, because so basically, you know, it was clear, like, so with my whatever, going to how my Hollywood Inn would be with this bodybuilding shit, right? Because we just get this fucking Arnold guy. He's not really all there either, right? So it's, now that he's old, he's a little less sharp too. What we'll do is with the bodybuilding thing, that's how we'll cast you in the movie, so that the Russians did their fucking, hacking, manipulation shit, get into Arnold's head, no problem. Fucking Elena there. You're only getting that you need to step it up now? I wasn't taught how to love myself, and I pretty much think everybody in this group wasn't either. In that way where you can be loved, but then you're still missing something and you don't know why. Sweet but psycho might be an understatement. Yeah, understatement, but that's your fault, so it doesn't matter, and you know that, so I'll just blame you. Truthfully, if you don't believe in something higher than yourself, then you're not serving any purpose, because to be honest, like, it's impossible to live life and enjoy life without believing in something bigger than you, and what we all are is a piece of that, and that's where the connection piece is. And it's not about what religion you chose, because if you stand by that and look down on anyone else for their choices, then you've chose the wrong one. And that's how it works, because there is no God telling you that, you know, you're not allowed to be who you are. Well, now we all know why. That's because we're a part of this goddamn freak show time machine shit. What the hell? I didn't sign up for ghosts, aliens, freak show time machine shit. I'll answer your question simply. Am I the rabbit in the Matrix? Yeah, get to my list. Before I did that for myself, even though I had so many successes in my life, so many, like people in a lifetime would say, you've done enough, you can rest. And I'd say, no, I can't, because to me, as soon as a human stops growing, then you might as well be dead, right? So don't take this next stage of your life as when you hit your goals, you'll be happy, because that'll never work. It'll never work. And it's why in these videos, we don't want to make it proper and all of this. I did this boring. I'm not interested. It's not fun. That's not fun. I don't want to not have fun. I'm a little eccentric. I know that. Weirdo crap. Science bullshit stuff. I didn't sign up for any of that. I thought I was a motivational speaker.
I'm done.
In a safe, healthy way that's helped me live. And I want the same. And I had to make a decision and say, you know what, I need to be the most authentic version of myself so that I could find the most authentic team to take over as leaders, because I don't want to be a leader. I'm tired of being a leader because it's exhausting. So I guess in this message, as a coach who's said, I'm still not done yet, so I will coach. However, I want to bring out the leader and giant in you, because I want you to pass me. I want you to do better than me. We are not in a competition here where you need to please me. Not what I want. I want you to be accountable to yourself. And this year, January 3rd, I realize I need to loosen up a bit, I guess, and have more fun. I have already made it. I already have an incredible life. At that time, even when that's how I felt. I just had to appreciate every bad thing that ever happened to me. So was Jesus a real person? Yeah, he was a human. And if you have any common sense, you would know back in that time, we didn't have technology, we didn't have everything else and whatever. And the dumb fucks who didn't realize, how the fuck would he get out of a tomb, bitch? Of course. And that's just the way life was. That's the way my life's gonna be. That's it. Right? And I had to appreciate every ounce of abuse that was dosed out to me. And I had to forgive the man who took my childhood away and raped me pretty much every day. We're going to help you as a team be accountable. We're going to help you as a team say, you know what, you're allowed to cry, you're allowed to feel bad about what happened, just not very long. Just not very long. Because you don't deserve to live in a Groundhog Day and a life that doesn't feel like it has a future. You deserve to live a life that you feel is best for you. And my personal only role in this is to put forth the materials to help you do that. And that's who I am, and that's what I've done. And the other people on the team and the other coaches and the other leaders feel the same. I had to forgive everyone. But that doesn't necessarily mean I have to let them back in my life. Arnold gets me in to meet James. Boom, cast into the movie with this fucking Mary Jesus thing, right? And then the whole thing, right, as we're filming, and they told me, you know, don't catch feelings for anybody and all this, and they warned me, and obviously I'm fucking trained, so I was like, okay, not going to be an issue or whatever else. But Jim did get in my fucking head with this acting bullshit and all of that, and then it got all sideways, and I thought I could trust him. And that's when you're strong, when you forgive and move on. But I'm honest right now, I'm still angry because a lot of people have a lot of unresolved issues they're angry about too. So throughout this process, that's the process. And I have not been able to skip steps because I know that the universe won't allow for it. I just figured that out, right? Like, I was able to see all the clues. Yeah. I'm buying you a boat. Same. And you're in this training and you're here because you're one of those people. We want the real strong people, the real influencers, the real experts, the ones with a real voice, not the ones who hide behind fake, right? And part of that in being a leader and in the coaching sessions and you growing as a person realistically has to do with you becoming the best version of you and feeling comfortable with it and knowing every single day you're going to be uncomfortable. But it's harder for you when you were in it because you couldn't see it from like further back perspective of everything, but knowing that what you were chasing, I get it. Except we fucked up space. You guys fucked that up a bit. Like, you still got that backwards. I really fucking thought I could trust him, both personally and professionally, and then he fucking blabbed around about our relationship, fucking telling everybody about it, it got all sideways, the whole operation went to shit, and because fucking Biden adopted Jim and whatever else in this relationship, somehow the dads met and were talking, and then fucking Putin got soft. That's why we needed to look at the big picture of everybody's stories together, because you guys fucked that up. Obviously the timelines and the dates and the things match up, duh. You would have to. Figure that out, like. Of course, he got out with Mary's help. So if you don't believe in goddamn teamwork and appreciating other people, you can go fuck your goddamn selves. So if you weren't fucking appreciating all of life and beauty and all things and realize Jesus was one person and then there's a whole bunch of other fucking saints, a whole bunch of other fucking spirits, a whole bunch of other fucking gods, a whole bunch of other things, that still means you're worshiping one God. Go fuck your goddamn Bibles and your stupid religion because you goddamn fucked us all up. Am I nervous and scared every day? Absolutely. Have to be. Am I a villain or a superhero? Both, obviously. Yeah. That's not how God works. God has a sense of humor. God is beautiful and God wants to see every single one of us happy. And the truth is, when you're born worthy. And it's life and circumstances that seem to tell us otherwise, and if we choose to believe those lies, then, that's on us. However, if you've been blessed with circumstances, it is your duty and your job to help others and to improve the world, and that's where the balance comes from, and that's why you were given those blessings. And the minute you take those blessings for granted, guess what? They get taken away. You have to be. Everybody has to be. It's impossible. That's why you can't get caught up in it. Because if you know you've done the right thing with pure intentions and you know you're a good person, that's all you got. And that's why everything matches up. 23, the number 23, all that bullshit, how you see it. I saw like how I see things is like the RoboCop. Fine. You want me to admit I can talk to the dead? Fine. You want me to admit I can communicate in a different way? Fine. You want me to admit that I am whatever you think I am? Fine. I'll do whatever you want. I'll admit it. Fine. Fine. I'll be whatever the hell thing you've created or wanted to create. I told you I'd serve you at the highest level, so this is me doing it. I'm not a little bitch. I'll do it. I'll whine and complain and cuss along the way. It is like the Terminator is. Like, that's how my brain sees everything. And I don't know. Like, when you guys helped me with that part, then I got, that's where the computer, because in real life, I suck at technology. I break everything. I can't use anything. That's why my in the challenge, my computer broke and my phone and blah, blah, blah. I threw my phone. Every single day, you know, Mel Robbins says that's why there's that 5-second rule, because if you think about it, you won't act. You won't act. So act. Do something different. You're going to have to prioritize. And a lot of people will say to you, they've always said to me too, you don't have your priorities straight. However, when I was healing a past of extreme abuse, it was hard to kind of keep the priorities straight. So if you're finding you're cycling a lot, so if you find you're trying to move forward with something and it's just like falling apart, he was like, it was like he was accusing me of talking to other guys and on that, and then that fucked the whole operation, which I'm kind of pissed about, because I was excited about this blowing up America thing. I can't lie about that. I was the one more on board with that. He's the one who fucking took me off of it. So I'm out of a job. And I don't have, and Jim totally fucked me because he didn't even fucking care about the relationship in the first place. He only cared about the Oscars. So go fuck yourself, Jim. That's why, because it's the whole, and as you get freed, then the right person goes there and they get off my fucking back. Get them off my back. Because I can't have this bullshit. And there's a lot of them and there's a lineup. So it's like, okay, solve the shit. Yeah, if I can just move on so that I can move on to my life. And then, but you guys have to get your shit together. And that's the reality of it, because God welcomes everyone. And I'm not okay. Like, I grew up Catholic, but I support life. I support everyone. I support rights for all of it, because we all deserve it, because none of us are less than, and nobody's ever allowed to tell us that we are. We're not. So you go be what you need to be and do what you need to do and hold your head up high, because finally things are starting to make sense, and we finally live in a time zone where we can finally make things right. And that's really what we're doing, and that's what it's really all about. And we're all suffering in some way now because you're keeping me stuck, right? It's like, to me, Dre is a father figure for sure, and Eminem's a brother to me. Like, that's how I feel, and Snoop, and I feel everybody. And obviously there's the connection. And me versus Kevin Costner, what the fuck? I'll make up bullshit and I will fucking tear everybody apart that hurts my children. Said I know I have it in me to be a killer. You did goddamn right I do, because I was pushed too far. However, I was saved in this world by the people that needed to save me, so I guess it's my turn to save them. And I will, exactly when I need to. They watched me drown, so I guess I have to do the same for them. And like, there's different messages from people inside here, though. Like, there's lots more to the story that can't be told, but I see everything. And I know what happened. So everybody just gets their shit together. Is what's gonna happen now. Because everybody became brats, and look what happens when people become brats. I'm dealing in realizing that, because, you know, a lot of us are being punished for other people's mistakes, and we have to fix that. And, you know, maybe we're being punished for centuries of mistakes we made ourselves. I can't empathize the way I do, I guess, if I didn't live it. Too, I lost her. I was like, it says on this, I couldn't handle it. And the only thing I ever wanted to parent to my daughter was morals, principles, appreciation. And she was turning into a mean girl, to me, to her friends. Based on the way he scores, apparently I'm a good golfer, right? But I have to admit, I do like the way he does golf. It's just make shit up, right? He's like, nah, fuck it, right? So that type of golf works. How are you?
So go to hell, go fuck yourself is what Jesus is saying. That's what he's saying. Go fuck yourselves. Because then you're not you stupid Bible thumping motherfuckers. You don't get it. Go fuck yourselves. Grow the fuck up. Because let me tell you, you're getting banished to goddamn hell if you weren't fucking appreciating people in this world is what you're getting. That's death. I don't believe in that. That pisses me off. I don't have friends like that. I don't want friends like that. That's why I wasn't friends with those type of cunts. So, phase 2, day 18. Listen, been struggling with inflammation, feeling like shit, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck, right? So there's a lot of spinning out. Something not like, okay, so I said I'm doing a 3-day juice cleanse, but it's to be careful with juice cleanses, because you do a juice cleanse, a lot of people think like if it's full of sugar or something, that's not going to work, right? Like I didn't like them. I did go to a private school. I lasted a week because I got in fights because I was like, you stupid bitches. Well, I'd have a side bet on how many times Henry's called me a bitch. I'm sure that would be a good one, if even just having 5 cents for every time. That there could be a good amount of money there. Superman, what currency are you going to use? You don't have enough money to cover your ass. Like it has to be things that are going to be anti-inflammatory, and that's generally more like higher vegetable content and different things. But that's also where then now you get into, so the difference between fasting, right, just having nothing, versus cleansing because of the things that go into it to cleanse the body, which is what my intentions are with this, since I've had this massive issue, right, just over and over with this, whatever the hell's happened to me that I can't seem to figure out. So is this from the vaccine, or is it from hormones? Is it a mix of both? Is it like, what the hell's going on? Obviously then that triggers different things, because it's like, well, then I'm like starving already. So I'll have no problem punching you right in the goddamn face. I'm unpredictable, so it's probably better I'm in isolation right now. But that's frowned upon in real life, so instead you have to, I am a mouthpiece. I will tell you off if I don't like you. If I meet you and I think you're an idiot, I'm going to tell you you're a fucking idiot. You don't get you're not going to get my support. And because they never left me alone. Even when I was drowning, they were still there. I've done what I needed to do, and I'll keep doing what I need to do. And everything will be perfect, because it already is. I just want to meet my friends, I guess. Are you up? You're the queen. She's back up. She likes to look at the birds. Chester, you don't know what you're looking at. Yeah, you just get your keys. I don't have any ties to any whatever, but I work with the best people who have the most money. So, like, I'll say the shit. If you piss me off, I'll say the shit. Then maybe we have to just take a break. That's where your coaching is going to come in. Say, okay, this is what's really bothering me right now. How do I deal with it so that I can move forward to this? Because remember that vision on day 1 we had? We cannot get to that vision unless we work through these stages. And I'm telling you, they're going to happen. Whatever stuff has happened in your life that you have tried to hide from, run away from, or suppress, if you're going to get to the next level in your life, you need to be honest with where you've been. You need to look in the mirror and say, ooh, I'm insecure about that. I don't like that. I have had to admit to myself that as a person who's had 10 years on camera, has been afraid to be on camera because of judgment. And I had to get over that. And that's why I can do the training now. And it's why it's authentic, and it's why I can genuinely coach you. So welcome to the coaching. Welcome to the training. We love to have you here, and we're happy you're a part of our family.
Well, anyone who thought Huberman wasn't Satan pay money.
So, by the time we meet, you better fucking have your shit together, because I'll say shit for somebody else. Because I'll always defend my friends. In some way, and that's alright.
because it helps me understand other people, and that makes me a better person. It's what gives me hope that everything makes sense and everybody will be together living a beautiful life. Because that's what faith is, and that's what being a believer really is, and that's pretty damn cool. Save the world. And then how do you build a $1 billion company? Because Elegantly Outrageous obviously is a $1 billion brand, and we're writing that. Well, obviously you got to talk to the billion, and then we build shelters and help kids across Canada. Well, we started in Canada, but everywhere else. Well, is by hacking the billionaires. The fuckers that are aliens are trying to kill me, right? I've got to come out, kill you aliens back first, right? Fuck you guys. So it's like, I want to eat, but it's like, suck it up, princess, too fucking bad. But also changing the dialogue that this isn't about the body. Like, it's like, I have to visualize seeing like the toxins leaving my body, you know, the self-talk that I get to do this. Not I'm forcing myself to, oh, you have to, nobody's forcing me to do anything, right? Like, these are the things that with our internal dialogue so many times that are difficult, right? Because I have to almost I can choose to go have a massive chocolate cake right now if I wanted to. I don't have to do this. You never have to do anything. Why am I choosing to do this versus something else? So when Jeffrey Dahmer, different type of serial killer, different type of brain too. Ultimately, like, of course, that you think, oh, well, that you'd think that's the stereotypical easy, oh, that he's just gay. No, that's actually, he wants to be them, so that wants the men's power ultimately to become. I let Jim field that one because that's kind of how he killed me. Act. And then you just get them you mind fuck them, you turn it around, and then you realize that then they go, fuck, we did make a real goddamn Frankenstein, what were we thinking? And then they're fucked, because they don't know what I really wrote down or not, and they know they can't just come in and get it. Cravings, because I'm hungry, and the cravings come up, because that's not, okay, why am I craving that particular food? What goes through my mind, right? Because as soon as you restrict yourself from something, it's going to open you up to something else. And it's funny, it's when we're restricted is generally when that's when the mind wanders. Okay, where is it going? What is it doing? And a lot of times then it goes to the things we crave, I've noticed. But that, if you go further into the craving, that's actually where you trigger the memory of the thing that craving's attached to. So there's a chemical thing. Okay, that's what I'm, craving and doing. And that's where I said, like, it is important to get, your blood work done and what's tested and whatever, because that's the chemical effect. But from a PTSD standpoint, the things that come up there, because it's delicate, because I can see them if they do that, and they can't do that because I've already been, like, I can see all your conversations, and I know it's accurate. So that's mindfuck for you. You mindfucked me, I mindfucked you back. We also concluded we can't trust anyone that went to Stanford. Okay. And my family. But I don't want to be impatient, because impatience can kill us all. We need to help as many people as we can, because I have way too many crazy fuckers who have visited me with a big message, and they will not let me do it any other way but big. Trust me. Like, Michael Jackson's not going anywhere until the fucking shit that he planned to do will be done. So I don't think anyone understands how big this is and how hard this has really been on me, because I haven't been lying. I've been telling the truth. The problem is my memory is bad, so I can only go off what I only do. My only option is just to do. We're number 27. So it's like, okay, well then who's the partner? How is it? Because they're holding my money, because I don't even need, because that's not how we did shit. We traded shit. That's why, who cares about the paper money? Burn the paper money, who cares? Because the idiot's on it anyway. He hasn't apologized. Fuck him. Right? Like, what you crave and what I crave are going to be different for whatever reasons, right? Like our upbringing, our stuff, and that's like, it's like, if you grew up in a totally different culture, like, and you don't eat the same type of foods, why you wouldn't crave the same things? Right? They say, like, if somebody were to take you, kidnap you, right, and put you into a different world, like a different life, like a completely different country. You don't know the language, you don't know the things, you don't know the food, the culture, the stuff. You would be completely different. Like it would mind fuck you. Forget right even being kidnapped, but really the whole idea of how different life would be, right? Like a completely different. Like if I was just randomly dropped right now in China, just before Christmas. So in my real life, I've never had a good Christmas. You came to me when I was at my lowest. You picked me up, bring the light to me. I owe my life to you before the light for me. Merry Christmas. Yeah, like Halloween. Right? The foods would be different. The things would be different. Everything would be different. Okay, that's the outside. Now, how is that affecting the inside and the internal? So how could, like, we grow up different, and that shapes our bodies, that shapes our brains, that shape, right? All of these things. And I say that because there's really, the brain is more than millions and millions and millions of years old, right? We really have to understand that. So when we go into, like, if you know, like, it really, like, you know, Charles Darwin and studying the reptilian brain and the different things as a survival, as a person who grew up on, like, survival, not on love, right? Laura's getting intense. Josh made me delete your picture, Andrew. I don't think you realize what you mean to me, not the slightest clue. Cause me and you were like a crew. I was like your sidekick, you gon' either wanna fight when I get off this phone. Hated it. Or you gon' hug me, but I'm not an option, there's nothing else I can do. This year was, Ryan, I always just tried to do what's best for Jordan over the years, obviously, but it got so hard. Of course Meryl Streep came in, that's where she had to, like, but we had to stay quiet. Thank you. Like it's because of the way my life was. Like if your home environment is not safe, that's your core, you're gonna have problems, period. And most people don't want to acknowledge or recognize that. People that grew up on love see the world different than people that grew up on survival. And that's a major thing. So like the first thing at your core, have to understand which one you come from, where. And in some areas you might be one way, and in other areas a different way. That's also depending too. And I say that because depending on why, you know, what issues you have around. So you could have grown up on love, and I've seen this thing too, but then you have this parenting that's like very controlling, the beliefs, the things that you have to, you know, everything has to be pleasing mommy and daddy in a way. Like there was never any room for me, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And then ultimately, I agree with Mariah. I don't even think like malls are the right place to be because the lighting's fucked. So you know what? Fuck it. I just have to make enough money that I never have to go back to a mall. I agree. The lighting's fucked. Can't come here. You want me to call you? All right. Fuck Japan. I'm fed up. Because of almost that. Sometimes that's a massive psychological mind fuck. I've witnessed that with a lot of people, and I've seen. Because they're so worried about and they don't realize this is a subconscious thing, that the pleasing of that can actually lead to a lot of problems with weight gain, with things, because the weight, it's like a protective mechanism, and the beliefs we have, and that's why people that don't understand weight, that you can be 400 pounds, or my weight, I could be eating more than that person that's 400 pounds. The beliefs though that the person has around that food might be different, which could actually affect their body. And where does that come from? That could come from the parenting, the stuff, the beliefs, the media, put them in a different country, different things. That shapes the mind, which actually changes the body. And it's so much so that's not, so when people, it's just our genetics and just our things, actually, it's not, it's more than that. It's, but then it's just me, and then I don't feel like it's enough, and then they guilted me into thinking Christmas wasn't good if it wasn't bigger, and then they just throw more money at it, throw more things at it. Alright, Danny, I'll fucking call you. What's up? I appreciate the Riddler thing, because I'm more comfortable with that being with the crazies. So that's why I ultimately feel like I belong more there right now. Superhero stuff, so I'm like, yeah. The brain that's attached to the genetics and the things and the blah, 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 and then the beliefs around that. And if you have these beliefs that if I eat this food, I'm going to get fat. And that's like a subconscious thing without even realizing it. you could manifest that. Or when you're eating certain, it's like, oh, and then you go, you know, here's your diet, here's your plan, why isn't this working for me? It's because you have to clear away all these fucked up beliefs. Funny enough. Said in this, right, second phase, you're not gonna, like, it's so much more complicated than that, because it has to do with so many things in this, and with this PTSD thing. Everybody has a form of PTSD. Brains are millions of years old. Reptilian brain, survival. How far can you go back? How far can you remember? Why is this triggering? Okay, now what's happening? Where does this come from? That's why it's so important to understand culture and history globally too. So many people don't recognize it. Why would I care? Because we really we're really attached to other things other than just our core family. And I lose more and more of her because they made it about what it's not. I'm still married to Jesus, Satan. Fucking relax. Well, Chris lost the bet to Natalie. Maybe because his swan wasn't good, but the truth is, the truth is, this is a group of vanity, and we couldn't sell him when he was fat, so he wasn't making us any money.
Yeah, like
Razamoka, right? You guys gotta have to step this up, right? You're in this scam now. And it's very small-minded to think otherwise. So there's like, you know, they said, do you believe in something bigger than yourself? So then somebody says no, I'd be like, okay, well, I'd question, like it said, I'm not going to ever push anybody's like beliefs on somebody. I'm not going to say, right, like I grew up strict Catholic. I don't believe in that, right? I believe that that's a form of control and whatever else, right? That's my views, but I'm never going to try to change somebody else's. And I say that just to challenge, do you believe in something bigger than yourself? Well, it gives you that it puts you in a place to find your purpose, right? Within this world, when you understand it, when you understand the globe, when you understand how things work, when you understand culture, when you understand we're living in different worlds and different lives. You're born into, you know, whatever country you're born into with the beliefs around that, and I am too, and blah, blah, blah. Like that's different worlds. This is not that. And I just lost her. I've always been alone. That would all depend when you got access to this fucking phone game, when you've seen those things, and like how long you've been able to detect the clues, what boards you saw, what timelines you saw, if you're even fucking tapped into the original fucking filming in the first place, what all these fucking things meant. Oh my god, do you notice when she deletes the videos or not deletes the videos and all that shit, right? So how long has this been really going on for, right? Like do you know whose team you're really on, right? Do you? Because it's a game of you gotta trust your team. Why? Well, because it's a fucked up, you can't get out of it. Did you know that? Like, is my Georgie boat distracting?
The backgrounds that you're in. So one golden rule is you always have 3% of your audience.
How else will I get them in the sewer if I don't have a boat, though?
And be interactive.
Right? So that's just, it's a way to be more empathetic to understanding that, then understanding that you, like, nothing's by accident, nothing's purpose. We don't get to blame other things. It's like, right, we'll get to blame God for poverty or weird, like, you know, some people are so on that, it's, right? It's funny enough that the reason for poverty, it's humans, right, and greed, and there's enough, like, if you actually could think so big, there would be enough to go around, and that doesn't mean people having, oh, I'm rich, so I have to give you a handout. Doesn't mean that either. Everything gets more complicated, and that's why I say it's so important to learn all the histories and all the understandings of all the things. All the things, and being open to that, then you're more freeing. And ironically, that heals the body. It goes back to the chakras and the different things. If any of these things are blocked, you're not as open and free, and then those things stay in your body. So if you have these prejudice, and, you know, and everybody else getting in the way made it so hard. Right? Because everything's a mirror reflection. That's what I said of you. So these prejudice, the things that anger you and trigger you is a sign of something that's inside you, right? So things that anger and trigger me, it bothers me if people aren't, right, eating, like, on the other side of the world. It bothers me if people are racist and sexist. It bothers me. Okay, well, that's triggering my demons inside of me. Am I those things? No. Right? I know that, but I have to recognize that those like, that triggers me and that triggers my anger. Okay, why? Let's explore that. Actually, then goes deeper into the brain and the subconscious with different things, and that can sometimes hold me back. I'm not going to do that because it's like a judgment on something,
And ironically, you have to let everything go. Okay, now what actions am I taking? If that's going to anger me so much that something's going on, am I doing something in my life that's going to actually change it? Or is it worth having this fucking dialogue in the first place? Is it toxic? Let it go.
Things are better with us now, obviously, but thank God it gets it out. Billionaire parents, right? Good ones just kicked me out and said you have to try to figure this out on your own. I hate you guys.
Right? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you, what are those thoughts? Because thoughts take up so much of our energy and our space. And if you spend so much time being angry, ironically, that's when you're going to manifest problems. I've spent my whole life being angry, but I didn't realize that. That's depression turned inward. I've spent my whole life internally angry. So it's like, okay, what am I angry about? Okay, let's get it out. So in the last 2.5 years, being so fucking pissed off, right? So angry at the world, to be honest. That's why I had to self-isolate because I understood I'm so angry. I'm so triggered all the time. Okay, well, that, I can't blame the world for that. I'm angry because of the injustice that has happened. I've seen over and over and over again. Okay, well, am I doing something about it? Yes, I am. Right? So that, yes, I am. And that's where, but you can only do so much. And that's when you have to forgive yourselves.
And that's why. And I'm not going to put him down because he's done a lot for me now. And I thank God he's seen it.
And I'm trying to work through all the rest. But if it's like pieces of information are missed out for myself, I'm doing my best. That's all I can do. So I need more help. I'll continue to ask for help. I'll continue to receive the help. And I'll continue to do exactly what I'm told. And that's where we're at today. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. All I know is that these funnel fuckers changed to alien suckers, changed to bullshit, changed to, okay, acceptance of whatever fucking weird shit this is, because they're a bunch of fucking weirdos with some weird fucking rituals that they made me do. Weird ones, weird fucking rituals. Fuck them. And then I say, whatever, just keep doing it.
And that's the most important thing. Because he saw it. And he knew.
You can't, right? Trust me, I've been trying, right? You can't. So, up the crazy. It's the only fucking solution. Right? So you gotta believe that you're, like, either, like, what are you gonna take, right? Do you want to do all the creatures? Like, do you want to think you're a god, a demon, a Satan? Like, I was like, fuck it, I'm just doing it all, right? All of it. And then the other people that are just as fucked up thinking the same thing, right? And then boom, Adam's Family War, alright. Well, because you guys haven't done shit 2.5 years, I'm supposed to have faith in you? What the fuck, right? Like, no, where's the results? There's been no results. You're just using me. Like, for yourself. So if you're not doing something about it, okay, well, why? And what is that? And that first starts with yourself. If you want to make a change in the world, you want to see change, if you're so angry at the world, what are you doing to change yourself? I do something to change myself every day to become a better person. Every fucking day. Every day I get out of my comfort zone. Every fucking day. Every fucking day. So that, no matter, I don't get the excuses of those things. Somebody say to me that, again, it's the abusers that do this, and it's the mind fucks that, oh, you play victim. I've never played victim in my whole life. I've been the victim who's never played victim, who had to see people's manipulation. I had to get angry about it to understand it, and then I had to understand, okay, you gotta let this go.
He stopped seeing me. Nobody saw me. Like, I'm serious, moms. Like, I'm gonna come cut your faces off if I don't get my money back, right? Like, I can only hold up this look so long, right? I need all the potions.
Ironically, so that you can move forward, so you deserve to be happy. That's the cycles of how these things work, because otherwise you're going to continue to attract really the abuse. I had to take, even though as a child, yes, it's not my fault, I was abused, and all these things I was abused. Ironically, though, I believe at my core that's what I was still. It's like you want the suffering and the pain. You attract it without even realizing it subconsciously, until you can recognize where it comes from and cut it out. Till you can recognize where it comes from and cut it out. And that's been the hardest path. But that's also why I'm doing this. But it's also where, when I'm in that point of where I'm so suicidal and so depressed and so whatever, that's when I had to dig down the most and go, I have to be so brutally honest. Where am I so angry? Right? Because of the lack of help.
see me. But I just kept going, I guess. Well, Chloe's a snob, right? So she fucking takes her time to get to breakfast and all that shit. He's like got an eating disorder. He'll just fucking eat whatever anytime. Like once he ate a whole bag, like the food, like he will eat and eat and eat. Like until he stopped. Like she can control herself. He can't. He has PTSD. But now ultimately he's a fucking prince and doesn't have to do anything. But he's with the mommy issues, but whatever, that's my fault. So then he eats her breakfast, right? Why? Because I'm talking to you fuckers, right? So I'm distracted and then she doesn't get her food and he eats double now. Like, you better not be shitting up the house. Dad? This the one? I don't know, I haven't read it yet. I think this is from Journey. The lack of understanding, the lack of things that people rate, the labels, the judgments, the stuff. So then I can't be a hypocrite and do that to the rest of the world on anything. I can't assume I know somebody based on the actions that they've taken. I don't. And that's a hard thing as a person who's only ever been abused. But what I have to recognize in myself is when I'm too vulnerable, right? Or too trusting, okay? But I also don't want to give that up because that's also that's the balance. Okay, well, I have to be stronger at recognizing the characters. Okay, keeping that and build up. So like build my own kingdom and safety. Okay, who are you going to place in as those characters? Because the wrong characters were in play. But and everybody has that. You have to build your own kingdom and your surroundings. And if there's a crack in the kingdom, you're screwed. So if you don't have the right people around you, you're screwed. But guess what? You won't know otherwise unless you look in the mirror and understand where all of these things are coming from, because every person in your life is a mirror reflection of you. When we're born into whatever our circumstances, but it's almost like a video game where you have to get yourself out. Maybe you need to kill the characters around for you. Because I did have faith. That's one thing I never let go of. And that did save my life.
I still remember the shit like it was just yesterday, though. Walked in, yellow jumpsuit, cold room, crack jokes. Once you got inside the booth, so like smoke with the friends, some of them. But they just left. They said they was right to the death. But where the fuck are they now? Now that I need them, I don't see none of them. All I see is Slim. All you fair weather friends, all I need is him. Fucking backstab.
I have to go back and read my own stuff and then go, who wrote it? Who's saying that? Who's who? That's interesting. I said Holly and she wrote Mary. Because it changes so much. Those times, it's not always me.
Make it wet, ass backwards, producers of rap bastards. One was a he, and then I'm packing up my bags, and as I'm leaving, I guarantee screen Dre don't leave us like that, man, cause
but you have to cry and you have to feel it. Well, because the guy said Bitcoin thing's more Asian, that's a little bit a bit biased, right? So I have to, the Candy Cash is above all of that, right? That's the thing, that's why. Like above all of that, right? Even above Creature Things, right? Like even above that, you know what? It goes right into the void. No, people, not wandering. See, this is a pimp jacket. Pimp, not prostitute, bitch. Right? Mary's fucking taking a stand. You have to feel that pain so you can move forward and heal, and that's what I do every time, because that just brings me strength. But I'm embarrassed, obviously at that time I'm not strong enough to show what that says or what that is, because I'm like, well, that seems too far-fetched. Ooh, making progressions. Taylor told me boys only want love if it's torture, so I'm being taught how to up the torture. Even though I see that person walking around or talking or whatever, right? And people, as like on that date, that might be what I'm feeling or seeing, but it could move based on something else later, and that's as the accusation gets, I don't know, whatever, confirmed. New sport. How much do I get paid for the metaverse plug? Nothing. Nothing, because Zuckerberg doesn't pay his bills. And then so it moves like a bit. Oh no, that person, and that's what I said as I go stronger with that. So that's how it works. But that's also like really intimidating. Like it's really intimidating. It's a lot to process. Like, Bear, are you filming your movie today? That you got your special pillow? Like that's what you even see, and thank God Steve can see those things, or at times. So as I said, like if we were walking and I don't want to say, like I try to do it with my head because then I see what he says and where he's at, and that's how I test it. So he like we're walking and we walked through like a portal into New Mexico, right? Or it's a German company, explain a lot. Alright, so that's what's that? Right, well, fuck, right? That's when this whole fucking force field came up in the first place, right? Fucked everything all up. Manipulative murders, right? You kill me, then you save me, then I have to kill you. Like, well, that's a long time ago. That says over a year ago, and you guys still haven't done fuck all, right? Other than use me, right? For this shit. There's a lot of confused white people right now. We're probably still at that part.
I want to see in your eyes. Ah, give it. Like, oh, I just fucking ate you. That's good.
Tastes like shit. Real blood would. And so I wanted to see if he, because that's what I was trying to do. And then we said something, and then he confirmed that, and and he saw that. So that was cool. So I'm like, I wonder what that would be like when you have the brains of people do, like what that would really be like. Cause, a lot of people, like Mary's saying right now, she's mad. But that's not accurate. That's the movie part. So now what, right? Well, Latin, right? Like you're fucking Latino, right? I wouldn't trust those ones, right? So it was Elena and I actually having the affair. Did you know that? But that was like a year ago, right? So you guys are way fucking off, right? And that's way behind. So what level are you at, right? Well, I'd have to get the script somehow because, I mean, realistically, I can't be making this shit up because, like, let's be realistic, it's way too fucking far gone. And I can't be fucking possessed by some devil because that shit's fucked up and that's not real. Or, like, the God thing, because God's not real, right? Because that whole afterlife and believing in something higher than yourself, that's hokey full of shit, right? Like, I would want some evidence on that. So the only possibility is that the scripts are being sent to me. Well, how do I get them, right? That would be the only thing. That's a cool thing. Because I don't know. Like I said, I have an idea in life of certain things of where this goes for me, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's also where it goes, because you obviously know a lot more than I don't know, because that would be too much for me to process. That apparently is still true. Well, this goes back to the white people being confused, so let's I'll fucking hit you right with this, right? Oh, obviously we did that. This is just the fucking states manipulating me for their fucking bullshit. Canada, fucking happy Canada Day. Figure out your fucking clues. Right? Don't take it to the police station, dummies. I'm a scientist, apparently.
Okay, your girls can start. I'm just gonna take a break and then join you.
Said I got like so much information in like so much information like fast, right? Like light speed. So in this world you look crazy, seizure. But now I have to just slow it down. My husband is my director or just my security, right? On this, like, I have a lot of anxiety. However, as I said, I'm more and more impatient every day because I feel the pain and the difficulty, the isolation, and the loneliness grows more, not less. So you feel worse. Like you're trying to get strong, but you feel worse because you're like, holy shit, this isn't right. Idiots. So couples trivia, right? I need somebody that's like really as mentally ill as me to help me, really, right? That was the problem. I couldn't fucking find everybody. Everybody fucking sold out on me. Jeff, you sold out on me. Putin sold out on me. Fucking, you guys all fucking sold out on me, right? China, you fucking sold out on me, right? I want death. You guys are trying to save everybody. You're the worst group you're the worst group. This is the worst group. No, gal, I gotta ignore you because apparently there was some sideways stuff and now I'm being in trouble for something at the White House, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. And this whole Da Vinci Code thing and how you guys were, trying to make this out to be something else, like that's interesting theories, right? But what did it all come down to, Ron? The fact that Jeff was a robot the whole time? Did you get that? And that's the fucked up part of it. So, but have to do everything the right way because everything has to go back the right way in the right timeline. And I can't even that's my moral code, and it's been in me since forever. Right? So that was the Mortal Kombat and Bubblegum World. Does the video games. Like I said, right? This whole thing, right? Henry, it's not going to work out because of this whole thing, obviously. Gary, right? Have you risen like a phoenix yet? No. Why? Because there's no money, right? Until there's money, don't fucking say anything about a phoenix. Nope. Find your team in the mentally ill game, right? So, said there's a lot of confused fucking white people. I don't know, right? Are you a fucking vampire? I'm not some Russian fucking spa thing, but your ghost is here, so I don't know, right? I'm just mentally ill, so I wouldn't really listen to me anyway, but somehow that is a thing. Because right, fucking all I'm doing is protesting rights, and you fucking activist type, you better fucking be sure on what you're fucking talking about is all I'm saying, right? Because a lot of you privileged art, like you fucking guys are, you privileged artist types that weren't fucking fuck, right? So then. And everybody's happy when I kick, but it was like, well, overall, she's right. Well, it turns out, because remember circling back around to that question about, like, if we were, had, like, our friendships, like, couple friends, and then, like, so when I was married to Jim, and then, his brother-in-law, and then my brother, right, we're friends, right, but then I meet Rihanna and Stephanie, and we're like, then we become like sisters, but then we ultimately break up with those guys, and then we fool around, right? Did that classify as incest because we became like sisters and they were like family and they're related to us and like that whole thing, so we had to work out, is that incest? We said it's fine if you classified it as incest. Ultimately, though, you wish you would get that footage, don't you? Told you guys, Stan's cutting his fans, right? Probably not even going to show up to Comic-Con as the plan was, right? Back from the dead. So you used me to fucking kick everybody in the face as they needed to be like that because I'm fucking telling the truth, right? Squid Game it up. Okay, we got a whole, what's that? That was a 2020 list, right? It's backwards for you guys. Tim, do you flip it around for them or do you add extra? Do you even like put it upside down sometimes? You should. It's just, I guess, who I am. So, and it's ridiculous, but that's where I guess I'm a stubborn bull. So now that's, those are my confessions, and that's fuck off. I don't know. I don't like sometimes getting emotional like this. Ah! It'll be okay. I know that. I have faith. Right? Told you Zuckerberg is like, well, I'm not fucking losing this, but it wasn't him at all, right? Who's coming down with the fucking cat suit in the fucking Sin City, right? Not him, right? He could, but it wouldn't be as good. Right? We wouldn't make as much money, right? See, confuse white people. Welcome to the Elegantly Outrageous Personal Development Institute. Meet our first elegantly outrageous avatar, Candace. The foundation of our personal development programs are based on Candace's real life story. When the Elegantly Outrageous Personal Development Institute expanded, it turned into a game, one that was created to help you find the best possible version of yourself. So pay attention to the clues, because everything is there for a reason, and nothing you see ever is a coincidence. Are you truly comfortable, confident, and happy in your own skin? Then why do you feel you should disguise your own inner contentment? The Elegantly Outrageous programs are designed to help you overcome life's paradox. Understanding what it means to love yourself is the key to resolving conflict, especially your own inner conflict, which we are all struggling with in so many areas. The Elegantly Outrageous programs are playfully hidden in plain sight to help you pay attention to your next clue for personal development. How can you become the best possible version of yourself? Play the game.